It is years since I've been here, at the crossroads between the lush, light, lust for lifeline, offering a chance at becoming a beaming beacon for those who can't help but long to shine. In the dark, dense, track into the unknown, for those filled with the unrelenting urge to subtly, silently disappear. My body is filled with fear, as raindrops erupt on my face, trickling down my stinging cheeks, cooling them and then racing with the sweat, reminding me I'm still somewhat here, as they delicately drip through the holes in the rickety rusted roof of this lonely train station, coating the stone steel floor in a sparkling shiny sheen, illuminating the reflections of all the dangers around me, reminding me I'm skating on thin ice. There's no bucket or wet floor sign to combat the leaks. I just have to trust my feet. And that's what makes this so terrifying. It's all up to me. One small slip, 1 millisecond of lost grip, and I'm splattered across the tracks. A sparkling mosaic of red, chrome, gore, and guts gleaming under the artificial glare provided by the fading strip lights, flickering on their last legs. The lights inside the waiting room are on, spilling a comforting orange glow onto the shiny grey concrete, but the door is locked by a padlock frozen in rust. The room itself is completely claimed by dust, from what I can see through the cracks in the blinds of the windows. There's nobody here but me. The cafe's always closed, and there's never anybody to ask for directions. The vending machine will take all of your change, but give you nothing but frustration in exchange. I know I have to make all the decisions myself here, which is why I think I'm vastly becoming a kaleidoscope of fear. I just have to pick a platform, pick a train, and get on it. And then wonder if I've made the right choice, as I look out of the windows and watch the world I once knew unravel into something new. But the thing is, once you've already tried and tested a few new beginnings, and they all lead you back to exactly the same place, you have to wonder if indecision is just your fate. Maybe some of us are just meant to drift, to never find our place, to wander until the end of time. So if I'm one of them, then why do I crave the stability of a place to call my own so much? I never really felt like I belonged anywhere I ended up, or found myself. But then again, I never really felt like I belonged to the blankness, to the eternal drift either. Is there somewhere in between? An oasis for the indecisive? A service station at the intersection of space and time? I wander around the station, the fizzing hum of dying LED filling the silence with a dying drone. The backdrop to my careful footsteps, echoing for miles, reminding me of my solitude. Static in the stillness. A kingdom of movement now completely silent. I try and find the only place I can guarantee is safe. But no matter how many times I end up here, I can never work out exactly where I am. It's like being caught in one of those dreams where places you know like the back of your hand warp and bend before your eyes, and you're left with the bizarre feeling of knowing your surroundings but having no clue where you actually are. Corridors twist and turn into tunnels. Stairs and lifts lead to dead ends. And every time I think I've figured it out, I find myself back at the beginning again. It's like I'm being drawn to confront something, but I can't find what it is. looking up at the gleaming emerald exit door. The words, "Way out," beaming as brightly as the Hollywood sign. The only blinding light in this state of grey. Impossible to ignore. Preying on the very human instinct to tempt fate, even at the literal end of the line. Don't walk through it, I tell myself. It's not a way out. There isn't one. In fact, if you walk through it, there's a high chance you'll never find your way back. You'll fall forever into a world of pitch black, never to reach an ending or find another beginning. Eternally slipping through the cracks in between existing. Sometimes I think that might be comforting. But then I just feel like I would be consumed by the wondering. Where is my place? Where do I belong? These questions that have haunted me for as long as I can remember. I can't let them do it forever. I have to figure this out by myself. I have to find the fizzing neon sign glowing in the midnight rain, in a dark part of the station, where all the shops have their shutters up. Fading warning signs where the doors used to be. Smashed, shattered shards of glass. On the concrete reflecting the dying light, like frost reflecting the sunlight on a tree branch, on a cold, crisp, clear winter's day. Down the path laced with clear danger is somewhere I know is safe. It's funny how it works that way. It's a bar offering a chance at solace, salvation, or sedation, depending on what you feel best suits your situation. When I see the sign, my body is overcome with ease, in a way that only comes extremely rarely. Like when you see the arms of someone you love after a long time, outstretched towards you, ready to capture you and smother you in a cavern of comfort. I burst through the door and hang up my wet leather jacket on the vintage coat stand. The smell of cigarettes, crackling wood fire and whiskey, alongside the sound of jazz music, blissfully numb me from the nagging pain caused by having to make plans. I surrender to the mood the second I walk in, throwing myself into an armchair that encapsulates every little fragment of safety I have been craving for however long I've been here. As I sink into it, I feel like I'm diving head first through rapid, warm ocean waves, with the ability to fully breathe underwater. I am a diver who doesn't have to worry about oxygen, chasing the last few flickers of sunlight right into the seabed, riding the reflective rays through the waves, sliding down the sunlight with the same iridescent glee of a child in a water park, diving my way down to a new dawn, smashing through the bottom to find a new beginning. There's an electric clarity that comes with being captured at the core of the calm beneath the storm. "What can I get you?" says a voice I can't name but instantly recognize. A large gin and tonic in a new disguise. I reply from deep inside the core of the armchair that offers a slice of paradise. "I can only help you with one of those things, I'm afraid," remarks the husky voice of the barmaid with the blurred face, who somehow sounds as familiar as the voices of my family, despite being totally unrecognizable, or even unidentifiable. At the same time, she seems to be able to calm my brain, that was previously a war zone of colliding thoughts and memories coming from all sides. I was unable to escape them Would you like any ice? And if you came here in search of advice, I'd say forget about the disguise and take yourself somewhere where you no longer feel the need to hide. That's what she replies, her buttery voice now touched with a sincerity as clear as a ray of light. And with that, it all flashes before my eyes. Instantly, in that moment, I have made up my mind.